Hello world. Today we're going to talk about third places. Now, a third place is somewhere you go to that isn't your job or your house. So it can be anywhere from a bar, a restaurant, a park. Any of those places are considered a third space. Now, the problem lately with like cities and stuff like that is that there isn't a lot of free third spaces. And one of the last, I guess you could say, publicly offered free spaces that has like AC and stuff like that, and has events that you can go to for free is a library. So I thought I'd bring you guys along with me to kind of describe what was going on and sort of give you a view into what it's like to find something to do that you don't have to pay for. Okay, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I did not know what was going on in this workshop. Pretty much what happened was my brother was like telling me that he had a workshop coming up, and I told him I wanted to make more YouTube videos. So I was like, oh, cool, you have a workshop. And he's like, yeah, it's a mask making workshop. And I was like, bet, all right, I'll go. Turns out this is part of a 3 event program where community members sign up and register in advance, and they create works of art to represent San Antonio's music scene, and then they were going to have an event to showcase the art that they came up with. I did not know that. I did not know that this was a 3-part program. I went to the very last program, and I did some watercolor, and I did some masks, and that's pretty much what happened. But to be honest, I did not know what I was getting into, but it was really cool. Here's the event page in case none of what I said made sense. So the entire workshop is the brainchild of Bonnie Cisneros, who we're going to have interviewed here in a second. And the one who coordinates these events is Sarah de la Rosa, who I actually first met when I went to a library program about tarot cards. She actually did a really good job on the presentation, and it kind of made me really interested in learning more about the events and programs that are offered by the library. So for the first part of this event, we were doing watercolor, and we were led by this artist named Jose Ramos. So he was walking us through how to do watercolor and stuff like that. And since we weren't prepared, well, I mean, I wasn't prepared, my brother did a really quick sketch, and then I watercolored on top of that. If I had been to the event before, they would have had something prepared for me already. Like, I could have chosen the image, and then they would have used a projector to help me, like, outline it. But I just kind of had to do something on the fly. And it was really cool because they had, like, snacks and stuff. They had fruit and, like, mini brownies and coffee and, like, soda and water. So, they had a whole table full of snacks, and I think that's really cool. If you ever find yourself looking for something to do, what you can do is go to your local library. I'm sure there's one near you. Just Google it and look for their event calendar. It should be posted up somewhere on their wall, and it has all their events and stuff that's happening. You can also go online and go to mysapl.com, and you can go look at their event calendar there, and you can see what's coming up. And a lot of times these events will have registration, so you have to sign up online. But other times it's just open invitation and anyone can go. From what I can gather, there's about 30 library locations in the city of San Antonio. And you're able to filter their events calendar by audience and by library location. Now let's quietly watch me watercolor. You can fast forward through this if you want. This is just going to be me quietly painting for a little bit. Okay, I'm done. And these are some of the watercolors that were made that day. Wow, so talented. Look at that. Yeah, mine does not fit in because, like I said, I did not make my outline the same day they did. I did mine on, like, last minute. Now let's hear a little bit from the event coordinator and the creator of this program.
My name is Bonnie Cisneros. I'm a local educator, writer, curator, and DJ, and this is the 3rd time that I work with the Latino Collection Resource Center here at the Central Library of San Antonio to create a workshop series that has to do with culture and art and archiving. For En Vivo, desde San Anto, we are preserving San Antonio music memories of yesteryear. We're looking at venues that are gone but not forgotten, shows that we've seen in San Anto, and particular scenes and eras that shaped who we are. So we have a mixed class of about 35 community members from all walks of life who are writing, creating art, and archiving their stories, because we are going to be publishing a community zine and hosting a performance night here at Central Library on the 3rd floor terrace on October 19th in celebration of Heritage Month. And it's going to be kind of like a variety show where participants are going to be performing memories in the form of monologues, corridos, mini DJ sets, and other types of forms. and it's going to be free to the public, which you have to register online.
I'm Sara. I'm the librarian and program manager for the Latino Collection and Resource Center. Today we had our third session of En Vivo desde San Anto, created by Bonnie Cisneros. Our presenters today were Juan Miguel Ramos and Mauro de la Tierra and Brianna Glass, and we made masks, we made watercolors, and all of the work from these sessions are gonna accumulate into a performance night on October 19th here at Central Library from 6 to 9 after hours on the third floor terrace. We would love to see you all come see all the work that we've done during these last 3 sessions.
Hi everyone, my name is Mauro. I just want to start by saying I'm really grateful to be here and getting to connect with y'all. I want to thank Sara and Bonnie for just the community advocacy work that they do. So, because this is kind of a commemoration of our music community and our community, I wanted to talk about like the history of my family and the house that we were raised. This is my sibling, the partner right here. They're going to be distributing masks that we're going to be working on together as a group. And so the approach that I did is paper mache. It incorporates a lot of recycled materials. You can essentially use like any household cardboard, tape, flour. You can do your own kind of base. And so yeah, I'm going to talk about the history of our house. So Tofu House is where we grew up, and Tofu House was a vibrant white punk house venue located on the east side of San Antonio. And it held a special place in my heart because it's where we grew up, and it showcased a diverse range of musical genres, including punk, crust, folk, punk, doom, hardcore, indie, and hip hop. And over the years, we had the honor of hosting numerous bands from across the United States, also internationally from Mexico, Spain, and Canada. And so the founder is my mother. Her name is Tierra, and she founded the house in 2011, and we had shows up until 2017. And my mom's goal was to have a safe space for people to play music and to be themselves, and it's always an open space for local travelers to have a place to stay. And so she's really big in my community. And so one of the things that I really love about my mom is that she let me kind of like paint the walls of the house. So that's kind of where I got a lot of my practice, is just like spray painting murals around the house. And she would let me convert the whole backyard into like my own studio, which I always thought was really cool. So this is like some travelers, they let me paint one of their bands, and so they got to go across the country for a little bit. That was really cool. And outside of a music venue, it was also really involved in Food Not Bombs. And Food Not Bombs is an anarchist organization committed to addressing hunger through community supportive initiatives. And it was all donation based, and it was all mostly vegan. And so yeah, actually, Linda designed this flyer right here, which is over there and stuff. And so one of my favorite annual shows that we used to do was called Shitsgiving, and I know that's a little vulgar, but I think that art needs to be vulgar. You know what I mean? I think to create change, we need to address things, and so it was kind of like a statement about like the reality of Thanksgiving. So we would incorporate different bands. We would have a vegan potluck, and we'd just bring out people from all over. And so all of these experiences that I put into, I really take them to heart. And I kind of carry that same outlook of like DIY, being community driven, using repurposed materials in my artwork. And it's definitely influenced my artistic style, and I think it's important to always maintain like an open mind and utilizing art as a means of protest and resistance. And so this is kind of the work that I do now. It's all very paper mache, and it's very much just like what we're about to do together. But this is obviously more time. And you can do anything. So like you incorporate wire, you can do flowers. This is a clan member getting stabbed and stuff. And yeah, so we're gonna pass out the maps.
Now, wasn't that so cool? Yeah, just a little presentation by my brother. He paper mache'd a bunch of masks, and then he did a base coat of like different colors, and then he brought them, and then all the people who came to the event got to paint their own mask. That's me painting mine. So let's watch.
Brown, you just do yellow, orange, and a little bit of blue. Yeah.
By the way, I was wondering, do we like when I leave, like the audio in and just don't talk? Or should I just find something to babble about? Let me know, I'll take it into consideration. I would say all in all, this event was a good opportunity to be, around some like-minded individuals, get painting, get creative, and, just talk to the community for a second. I do really wish that I was there for the beginning of it, but what can you do? Next time, for sure. So, go to your local library, have some fun, and make some art.